This painting is an oil painting called Spirit Descending. Hello, I'm going to talk to her for a few moments about my painting Spirit Descending. To start off with, I have to say I really love painting skies. They're always changing and they're so often absolutely stunning. A friend of mine always used to say when he saw a breathtaking sunset sky, I wonder what colours God used for that. And another thing that attracts me to skies is the changeableness and the unpredictableness of them. And it encourages me to be a little bit more free and loose with my painting. But this one, I saw a photograph of a sky that really inspired me, and I decided I'd experiment with a technique that I'd never used before, which was a wet in wet oils technique. And so I wet the surface. I used a board. I wet the surface with a little linseed oil and softened my oil paints a little with linseed oil, and then put them on the canvas fairly freely, on the board fairly freely. And then I took a dry brush and manipulated the colours as I felt was right. And when I was happy with the final effect, I left it to dry. And at first that was going to be all I was going to do, just paint a beautiful sky, just God's creation really. But after it was dry, I kept looking at it and thinking, oh, it needs something more. It really does. And what came to me was to add a dove. And that's always been really special to me, the fact that God sent us the Holy Spirit, and very often we read of the Holy Spirit manifesting as a dove, particularly at Jesus' baptism. And it was such a special gift. I thought, right, I'll put a dove in it. And as I started it, I realised this was what was intended all along. And the reason to me it is very significant is that the dove brings God's activity right into our everyday experience. And so, to me, this just shows God at work in our everyday lives as well as at work in creation. So to me, this painting represents God's gracious activity in our lives and just an expression of his amazing love.